What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to Comic Breakdown. In this video, we are jumping into Superman Lost, issue number 9, with issue number 10 being the final issue. The story is finally coming out to its close. Most recently, what we learned is that Lois Lane, in an attempt to bring Superman back after his years of isolation lost in space, she went to Lex Luthor. To try to get him out of this funk, she wanted to use Lex. Instead, what Lex did was give her cancer so that Superman would come after him. He said that this was his way of helping. The only thing Lois had to do was let Superman know that Lex did this. But Lois has refused to do so. And in her refusal, Lex Luthor has grown impatient. But it didn't take long for Superman to see what was happening right under his nose. After going through her phone and seeing the calls to Lex, finding the pills in her bag, Superman has learned what is going on, and Superman is angry. Now, make sure you guys have subscribed to the channel, make sure that you like this video, and with that being said, let's dive into this breakdown. Alright gang, so as we dive into this issue, we pick up with Lex Luthor in bed. He sits here awake in the middle of the night, unable to sleep, because Lex is waiting on one thing. He is waiting for the arrival of Superman. He is waiting for Big Blue to come crashing through that door, to knock down one of these walls, to tear apart one of these paintings, and to make Lex pay for the thing that he has done to his beloved. But that day never comes. The door never breaks down. The wall never crumbles. The painting remains intact, and Lex Luthor is left frustrated. This is where we pick up inside the imagination of Superman. After learning everything that he has done, Superman cannot help but imagine what he would do to Lex Luthor. To smash him through a wall, to punch him until his face is bloody, to throw him in front of a moving vehicle and let his life expire. Inside Superman's mind, this is the what if. This is where we pick up with Clark and Lois. With Clark having the evidence in hand, he is asking Lois why. Why would you lie? Because this is not what we do. Lois having to admit that it was a stupid play. It was a stupid idea, but she had to try and get Clark back some way, shape, or form. That he may have returned, but his mind is a million miles away. His mind is with those people, the people that he came to love and care about. And while he would love to pretend that he is accepted, that no one can find that planet, he would love to pretend that they are all gone and out of his mind and he has left it all behind. The truth is, it haunts him every single day. But Lois says it was wrong for her to do everything that she has done. This is who Superman is at the end of the day. But she tells him not to worry about Lex, that she will take care of all of this. This is where Lois shows up to Lex Luthor's place. She has come demanding the cure. And at first he tries to play innocent like he doesn't know what she is talking about. But at the restaurant, she was bombarded with gamma rays. Lex Luthor was only a couple seats away, which means he exposed himself as well. Or he is lying, which means there is a cure, or she was never given cancer to begin with. Recognizing that she has figured it out, Lex Luthor hands it over. As she leaves, we see Superman showing up at the door. Using his heat vision, he burns Lex Luthor down to nothing but ash. This is yet another fantasy, what Superman wishes he could do. Talking to the therapist is letting him know that this is a common thing. But Superman believes he shouldn't be having these thoughts because he doesn't want to kill Lex. But it doesn't mean that you're not human at the core at the end of the day. Your feelings, your emotions, all of these things psychologically, they're not necessarily unhealthy ways to play it out. While you may never act on these things, it doesn't mean that those feelings don't exist. Superman returning home, Lois is learning that these were fake cancer symptoms, that he didn't actually douse her with gamma rays. He had just given her something that made it seem like she had cancer. But this cure quickly made all of those symptoms go away. And as they tried to get back to some kind of normalcy, embracing one another, there is a knock at the door. We have the arrival of Bruce, letting them know that there has been a development. And then they hear a voice from outside the window, a language that Superman hasn't heard in quite some time. As Lois goes out to look and see who this might be, we see a pink woman who is a Green Lantern. As we observe closer, we see that this is in fact Hope, and Hope is pregnant. And that will be the end of this issue. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments. I'm not gonna lie, this series kinda fell off. It went from being a fun space adventure to some kind of sitcom drama. This story really did have a lot of potential when it first kicked off, but after 10 issues, it's just not hitting like it first did. You know, they tried to do the shock and awe with Hope showing up pregnant. They have tried to insinuate that Superman may have cheated on Lois all those years ago, with all this time that he was gone. And I think they're trying to do the shock and awe using Hope's pregnancy to kind of push that narrative further. But I think more than likely it's going to be revealed that she went off, she did something, had a family, started a family, got pregnant, now she's come to Superman for help. Like I said, very sitcom drama, which is unfortunate because this started off more like a space fantasy sci-fi adventure, and it's kind of pulled away from that, which is unfortunate because that's really what drew me to this series to begin with. And it doesn't look like we might get any closure to the people of that planet. Now, maybe Hope's returned and she is looking for Superman to go help that planet. They might be able to close it out in one issue, but again, that would be something that is rather unfortunate. But I'm gonna give them the opportunity. We're gonna read the last issue. We're gonna see how it plays out. It might play out absolutely fantastic, and I might change my opinion. But as it stands, the direction that this comic took just isn't one I was expecting, nor do I believe it is the right direction to take a comic like this that had so much potential from the very start. But let me know what you guys think. Let me know your thoughts, let me know your theories. If you would like to get caught up on everything that is going on with Superman Lost, go ahead, check out the link in my description as well as the top of this video. It'll get you completely caught up on everything that is going on with this series. If you would like to support the channel, you can always do so by joining the channel membership, much like Patreon, having multiple different tiers, from $1 to $50. From loyalty badges to comics every single month. Not only are you helping out the channel tremendously, but you are getting tons of perks in the process. Now, if you're unable to do this, do me a favor, subscribe to the channel, like this video, hit that notification bell, and with that being said, until the next breakdown.